Yo, YouTube, let me make my movie. Yeah, we finna play some Madden. I've been playing good lately. I'm on nigga asses. I've been getting put on my ass too, but I was 116 and damn.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams and themselves. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kitchens. Kitchens.
They run it again with Williams. And space tough to come by there. So he'll get maybe a yard in the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is 2nd and 8. Now we'll give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That could have been disastrous.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Damn, he going foul. Foul out.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
Damn, he got it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
This
drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
That should have been picked up.
He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact all time there, and now fourth down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. He'll try to do it himself. That went down the field for Ferguson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Close, he had it.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
How you got that motherfucker? Oh, you quit? Let me go get me something then. My ad, my wag, my whoop whoop whoop, my swag. Went up for no reason. I didn't even play. I take it. I had a bad loss last night. See that 7-21 loss? That shit was terrible. They whooping my ass. Run this motherfucker. Keep really. Keep really. Keep really. Lost wire. Yeah, that's what live wire name need to be. Lost wire. I'm gonna change that name. Lost wire. You lost.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, gonna send this one away. And here we go from L.A. Rasheen Ali on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away.
Hey.
Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be safe. Offense up to the line fast. Lamar now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Bro. You didn't do shit. See?
That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom. Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. They'll run here with Henry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground. Now, when he is stopped at the line, they're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, it starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The guys from the best of the field.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This will end up as a touchback.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they give Waiting 1st and 10.
Let me test the waters.
Stafford now off the play fake.
Damn!
They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step
brother.
there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's not my
We
boy,
spend
man.
so much time talking about an offense and how they script the first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sideline, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down throw here for Stafford. Short pass brought in. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Zebra! Waiting!
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Going to have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And hey, we see how long the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson.
Damn.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. It's an excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Get him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Here's Lamar. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is going to be incomplete again. The defender knocks this one away. That brings up third down.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
This, our last play of the quarter. Jackson now on third. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Headed out right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be second down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Nice run across the 15. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up for first and goal.
Man.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Jackson throwing here. Chased out to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You're going to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams
I know,
as they get ready.
YouTube's gonna
1st
hit
and
me
10.
up with all kind of copyright infringement.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. And this one is launched downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. We've got 2nd down.
points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Stafford from the gun.
You can't catch shit.
And the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable.
Catch the goddamn ball, bro. This, catch the goddamn ball.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it. 4th and 3. Trying for it with Stafford. That'll be the first and more. He's going to bring this down to their 35. What a play to beat this defense on 4th down. 23 yards and a first.
That's good.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Finds his back, Kyler Williams. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Ravens 16-yard line.
Stafford throwing again. Throw is caught. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. It's Stafford once more. It is caught left side. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams making a 1-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Nevis with a point after.
And
the
close.
Rams took
Missed
the lead
that
in
shit.
half. It's down to 7.
Rams 7.
God is not going my way tonight. I'm finna win this game, no watch.
And
21
just like that,
points.
we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
I'll admit it, as a former QB, probably the last one to always cast blame on the QB, but that's a situation where you just got to get rid of the ball. I will give a little blame. You've got to throw it away and just take...
Damn, no, bruh. I wanted to play that game. least I got the dub. Wasn't the way I wanted to get the dub. I got the dub. .96 GD Lamb. Yeah, it is.